The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 1,229,641. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 23,668. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 7,191, with total confirmed deaths at 206. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Rhiannon Trutanich. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, April 20th. The nation anxiously waited as the jury announced the verdict in the Derek Chauvin murder trial over the death of George Floyd. The former Minneapolis police officer, who was a 19-year veteran with the department, was found guilty on all 3 charges. Guilty on second and third-degree murder charges and guilty on second-degree manslaughter charges. The panel of 7 women and 5 men began deliberating on Monday for 4 hours and resumed this morning after 3 weeks of witness testimony. Second-degree murder carries a maximum sentence of 40 years, third-degree murder carries a maximum sentence of 25 years, and second-degree manslaughter is punishable by up to 10 years. The prosecution argued that Chauvin's actions caused George Floyd to die from low oxygen and asphyxia. The defense claimed that Floyd's illegal drug use and a pre-existing heart condition were to blame. Floyd, who was 46 years old, died on May 25, 2020, after being handcuffed and pinned to the ground under the knee of Chauvin. Chauvin was captured on cell phone video kneeling on Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds while Floyd pleaded, "I can't breathe." Transcripts of police body cam footage also showed Floyd saying more than 20 times that he could not breathe as he was restrained by the officers. Out of an abundance of caution, the Torrance Police Department has activated its emergency deployment operational plan. The scheduled catalytic converter etching event, scheduled for tomorrow between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., has been postponed to a later date. Los Angeles County is expected to see an uptick in supply of COVID-19 vaccines. The county's latest allocation is set for close to 362,000 doses this week, which is up nearly 39,000 from last week. According to the county's Department of Public Health, the distribution sent directly from the federal government to qualified health centers and pharmacies are in addition to what the county is expected to receive, which brings the total to nearly 600,000 doses. In the last week, the county reported an average of nearly 100,000 doses administered daily. To date, 1 in 4 Californians have been fully inoculated, and more than 40% have received at least 1 shot. Los Angeles County is making some changes to their vaccination sites this week. While the Mass Vax site at Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia closed over the weekend, 2 new sites have now opened at nearby College of the Canyons and at Palmdale Oasis Park Recreation Center. The City of Los Angeles will also deploy 10 mobile clinics between today and Saturday to bring vaccination services to underserved communities to offer more equitable distribution. The City of Los Angeles has delivered close to 85,000 doses in communities that have been most impacted by the pandemic, with more than 100,000 doses of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines expected to be administered this week. New research from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention suggests one vaccine may come with more side effects. In the study, people who received the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine experienced more side effects than those who got the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. The findings were published in the Journal of American Medical Association. Researchers gathered data from December 2020 to February 2021 from CDC's V-Safe surveillance system, which monitors and reports adverse reactions to the COVID-19 vaccines through self-reporting surveys. The data showed 75% of Moderna recipients reported side effects after getting 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, compared to 65% of the Pfizer-BioNTech recipients. Side effects included pain at the injection site, fatigue, headaches, and even flu-like symptoms such as body aches or chills. The CDC says the symptoms should only last about a day. Officials say mild side effects are expected with getting the COVID-19 vaccine, and that is a normal sign that your body is building protection. Researchers did note that the study participants represented less than 10% of the total number of people who received their first vaccine at the time of the study. The federal government is offering help to those who lost a loved one during the pandemic. Fema recently launched a massive funeral assistance program that could help reimburse thousands of dollars spent on saying goodbye to a loved one during the pandemic. Applications are now open, and families can apply to recoup up to $9,000 per funeral of a COVID-19 caused death. Households that lost more than one family member to COVID-19 could receive up to $35,000. FEMA officials say the only way to apply is by calling a dedicated toll-free phone number. No online applications will be accepted. Now, before making the call, applicants should have the following information available: the Social Security number and date of birth for the applicant and the deceased, a death certificate that indicates that the death was attributed to COVID-19, a current mailing address and phone number, location or address of where the COVID-19 victim passed away, information about burial and funeral insurance policies, information about other funeral assistance received, such as donations or CARES Act grants. And if multiple loved ones help pay for a funeral and want to be reimbursed, they must each register with FEMA under the same application as the applicant and co-applicant. According to industry experts, an average cemetery plot can cost anywhere from $2,000 and up, plus the cost of a casket, marker or headstone, and the funeral service. Costs can range between $10,000 to $20,000 in cemetery and funeral home expenses. FEMA reimbursements will go to those who paid for funeral expenses after January 20th, 2020. To apply, call the toll-free number 844-684-6333 to complete an application with a FEMA representative. Assistance is available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. The California Small Business COVID-19 Relief Grant Program is excited to announce the next round of funding will be available to businesses and nonprofits in need of some financial assistance due to the economic impacts of the pandemic. Now, in its sixth round, applications will be accepted beginning next Wednesday, April 28th through May 4th. Small businesses and nonprofit organizations in the state could qualify for amounts ranging from $5,000 up to $25,000. Now, funds are available based on annual gross revenues for the 2019 tax year. Now, if businesses have already applied and have been put on the wait list, they do not need to reapply, as they will be automatically enrolled into round 6. To learn more, go to careliefgrant.com. Workers in the hospitality industry who lost their jobs during the pandemic received some good news recently. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced workers who were laid off during the past year must get priority access to a job with former employers when new roles are created. According to Senate Bill 93, which was signed by the governor late last week, now requires employers in the hospitality and business services industries like hotels, airports, private clubs, and large event centers to give qualified former employees priority job access through 2024. All employees who served at a company for at least 6 months in 2019 and who were dismissed for non-disciplinary reasons related to the pandemic are eligible. Employers must notify these former employees about new vacancies that they are qualified for and that are similar to their previous role within 5 business days of the position opening. And if more than one person is eligible for the role, the company must give it to the person who served there the longest. Companies who violate this new law could face a $100 fine and be forced to pay an eligible former employee $500 a day. During the pandemic, nearly 40% of all jobs in this sector were lost in California. The city of Long Beach is getting prepared for the arrival of hundreds of migrant children who will be housed at the Long Beach Convention Center. An online portal has been created for the public who want to help the youth affected by the humanitarian crisis at the U.S. and Mexico border. Long Beach is planning to house up to 1,000 unaccompanied minors with children arriving this week. The Long Beach Community Foundation launched the Migrant Children Support Fund, which accepts donations from the community, local organizations, and businesses. Resources provided through these donations are intended to make the children more comfortable during their stay. Donations are tax deductible, and funds will be used for things like educational and play items for the children. Organizations, nonprofits, businesses, and individuals can also offer support by providing food and meals, education, recreation, entertainment, legal services, child supervision, health care, and much more. Volunteers who are looking to help and offer their time can also apply online. Go to longbeachcf.org/donate. Gas prices continue to rise in the Southland. In Los Angeles County, the average price of gas for regular unleaded rose more than $4 per gallon. According to the Automobile Club of Southern California, the rise in gas prices is due to the continued recovery of fuel demand in Southern California and anticipation that demand will grow once more pandemic-related restrictions are lifted. The average price has risen in 7 of the past 8 days to its highest levels since November 15, 2019. According to GasBuddy.com, the cheapest gas today was at Costco on Lomita Boulevard at $3.63 per gallon. And for non-members, the cheapest gas on the map in Torrance was found at Arco on Sepulveda and Ocean Avenue at $3.65, and at the Arco on Prairie and 182nd Street. You can go to GasBuddy.com and type in your zip code to find the lowest gas prices near you. Torrance City Council members head back into the chambers tonight in a hybrid council meeting. While council members will be in person for the meeting, staff and viewers are still able to tune in virtually. The meeting can be seen on our channel, online, and on the various social media platforms. Items on tonight's agenda includes several proclamations, including declaring April 22nd as Earth Day here in the city of Torrance, as well as declaring the month of April as National Child Abuse Prevention Month. And 28 new recipients of the city's 2021 Hometown Heroes Banner Program will be recognized, as the banners will be displayed over the next few weeks. The city manager will also share the latest COVID-19 response and recovery efforts in the city. Then the public is invited to hear the Finance Department's budget overview session. Tonight will be the second of the 3-part series to be presented at the meeting. Then the Airport Commission will provide a noise abatement update and propose authorizing an airport noise monitoring system. The meeting begins at 7 p.m. sharp. You can watch the meeting live on our channel, on our website, as well as on social media. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community, pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Well, tonight the city will honor the 28 recipients of the Hometown Heroes Banner Program, including Jason H. Castillo. Now, Mr. Castillo is 100 years old. He's a Torrance resident and living in an assisted living facility. His children and grandchildren sponsored a banner for him to recognize his time served in the military. Staff from Mr. Castillo's assisted living facility surprised him with a trip to Torrance Boulevard to see the banner, and what a surprise it was. The family sent a heartfelt thank you to city staff and shared that Mr. Castillo felt not only special seeing that banner, but proud to be a veteran. What a wonderful way to recognize all those who have served and are currently serving in the military, one banner at a time. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. We'll see you back here again tomorrow as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.